3, 2, 1. Well, welcome to our Learning from the Best session. Today I have a pleasure and honor to have with us Aysun Akik, and she has a phenomenal career in sales and procurement and strategy, and I cannot think of a best person to actually have a dialogue with about sales. So Aysun, welcome to Abay.ai, and great to have you with us.
Thank you, Giorgio. It's an honor for me to hear this from the best sales person in the world from my perspective. So thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. And we didn't script this, fortunately. Well, so but tell us, how did you choose sales, or did sales choose you?
I chose sales, and it was for me more of a test for myself as well. So I'm a chemical engineer from background. I did my MBA, and I was 10 years in operational roles in production, refinery, as well as in supply chain operations. And at the end of 10 years, I thought myself, okay, I would like to see if I can be successful, if I'm good at this, if I enjoy it. And that's why I wanted to actually jump on a sales role. It was in chemicals, in our chemicals division, where I was the regional manager for a commercial organization for Europe, Africa, Middle East. And to my delight, actually, I enjoyed it so much, and I didn't want to do anything else. It was more from enjoyment that I felt comfortable in front of the customer. It was like things were getting together, complementing each other from what I started. But also in B2B, having a technical background, I learned actually is extremely useful. And it doesn't matter what kind of technical background you have, but it's actually to be able to explain the technical CVP to the customers and understand their needs. I think that was the part I thought I could add value, and I enjoyed it as well. So then I thought I'm staying.
Right. And I don't know, have you ever thought about leaving sales? Maybe what made you stay in the job?
For me, it was seeing, it was a few things. One is basically in sales, you have human interaction. And that's the one I enjoy the most. The idea of actually getting to know someone in the business who has a need and trying to actually help the individual, providing a solution that fits the need, not only for short term, but long term. And that is a really great way to build the relationship so that actually the customer comes back to you. And comes back to you when he has a problem, when he has actually an opportunity, but you are in his or her mind. And I think that's the part that makes it very attractive from myself. So this human interaction, relationship building, and also being able to provide the solution. And on the other side, it's not only sales. So the commercial leadership for me is the part that I enjoy most. Providing bottom line delivery. And in that, actually, if I look, I stepped out of sales, I went to marketing, I went to strategy, I went to procurement. But for me, it was all, actually, it's like a red thread coming in. I came back to sales again. I came back with being more equipped, feeling more equipped in terms of what I can offer as a commercial leader, and also how I can develop the team below me in terms of bringing more professionals, more sales professionals to the business, to the industry. So I went out, but then I came back again, and it was all complementing.
I love that. So you do have a recommendation also for people listening that there is no harm in moving out of a sales role for a couple of jobs in order to widen your capabilities, your knowledge.
I think it's only positive. And at that time, when I was in the sales role, actually, I had a mentor who said to me, if you want to improve your commercial leadership, if you want to be a really good commercial leader, you also need to do marketing. So I made a deliberate step to look after global B2B marketing in lubricants, which is the business I'm back in now for 2 years, which actually helped me to come back. But also it helped me a lot in terms of developing the what's the winning CVP, let's say, for the customer, for the company, and how can you actually create a challenging mindset. We call it challenger approach, that actually you can continue to not only provide a solution for now, but actually let the customer explore the need that he doesn't know he has.
Yeah, clear. And obviously, you said sales is about people. What has sales taught to you about yourself?
One is, I guess, confidence, knowing that I add value, and knowing my value in a way. And two is being true to myself, right? So at the end, these are human interactions. So your personality comes in the way you do business. And likewise, also, you deal with the person on the other side. So I think this empathy in terms of really understanding that's a real asset. And that helped me also, and I learned it from you as well, to build on my strengths, which actually is a good part in the sales business as well. The other piece is, I was thinking about this question. Two other things. One is delivering what you promise, promising what you deliver, never over promising. And that actually creates an expectation that creates credibility. Credibility in sales is extremely important, because at the end, people respect and come back to you in terms of who you are, what you deliver. And the other piece is knowing who you can partner with, right? We had it in Shell, together anything is possible, and that is really true, right? So knowing the people around you, the divisions around you, if you are in a company, knowing the CVP and how you can actually deliver this CVP with different parts of the organization, it can be a real asset, and it can be a really dangerous place if you can't do this well.
I love that. So you are never alone, right? When you work in
No.
sales, you are part of an ecosystem, and the sales job, is very tough, and not everything goes according to plan. Have you maybe made some mistake or something that didn't work your way, and what have you learned from that?
Of course, I think everyone makes mistakes, and this is also for us the way we learn. In Shell, we have this learner mindset, which I also cherish a lot with my team. So one is accepting that you made a mistake, and that's a big part of it. Really, like if you screwed up, so then really accept that you screwed it up, and also be honest and transparent about it as well. Come up with a solution. And sometimes actually I was in situations where I had to fix things that were not, the promises that were not delivered. But I was the one taking over the business, and I had to actually either continue or actually pull a line. In this case, this is also an opportunity to fix the broken things, and coming in new, then you can take the approach of saying, look, we've looked at it. I come up with different ideas. This is not going to work, and there is no point for us to put any efforts in it. And I've been in situations in very big negotiations on this. But even in the big negotiations, people are people, and if you actually show your human face,
Yes.
It really helps, and you can start again.
Yeah, and ultimately, as you correctly say, it's about taking ownership, but
Yes.
also looking at the opportunity. There
Very
are
much.
working processes, and why not fixing them once and for all? 3 words that describes sales at its best. Which one would you choose?
Transparency,
Yeah.
value, partnership.
Okay, tell me more.
Transparency in terms of openness, right? Being transparent in terms of that you're not trying to make advantage. At the end, you're there to make business, to earn money, of course.
Yes.
But the other party as well, right? So you don't want to give a feeling that you're taking advantage. Yeah. Partnership is partnering with the customer. So for me, this is not a transaction real relationship. It's really partnership. So it's not for now, it's for long term. Likewise, who are the partners, like-minded partners with me to be able to help my customer to offer the right solution? That also opens other opportunities. And then the third piece is value. It needs to create value on both sides.
Have you ever walked away from a deal that you felt didn't fit these 3 criteria?
Many times. And it's okay.
Maybe the one that springs to mind, don't tell me the company, but maybe the industry or the sector or the context.
Actually, there was a prospect in my current role actually where it has been there for a while, and normally at my level actually things come to me only if there is a problem that I need to intervene, or otherwise we are very professional people actually dealing with all our business, or if there's an opportunity that needs exploring, or actually I do this as part of my making connections with my counterparts also, but with my team as well. So then there was a prospect where the team said, well, this is the one that we should actually go after, and I said, let me have a look. And that's the part I enjoy as well. This is the exploring part. So and I connected with the senior stakeholder of the company. The first conversation, I didn't feel we were valued on the basis of what we were bringing. And there was a lot of comparison with our competitors, which is okay, we can take it. But it was very much like taking us down, but very much having a fixed overview in terms of what we can deliver. We took time, and now we came back again in a month's time. And I didn't feel actually that there was any progress made in the meantime from both companies where we established working teams. So at that point, even if the value is out there, you also need to look at value versus effort. If there is no pull, also no curiosity from the customer side, then I would leave and focus on something else that delivers value.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think you raise a very good point. Sometimes in sales professionals tend to look at every opportunity at the same value, but in reality, you are better off talking with companies that are aligned to your values and can sync with you, right? You will go faster and farther. And also you have a very large organization under you. What would you say beside hitting targets, beyond hitting targets, and attributes that makes a sales professional really great to stand out?
I think curiosity is the one that needs to be all the way at all levels. You need to be curious to learn what's happening in the industry, what's happening in your space, what's happening in the technology, but also what's happening in the customer. And the curiosity will open a lot of doors, right? And every door you open, you will learn something, and then that comes with an opportunity. And that also gives the buzz to the teams as well to go beyond. That motivates them, right? And at the end, there will be business. At the end, there will be profit. So that's how I see it.
Yes, clear. Yeah, so the curiosity, asking questions, wondering, exploring is what actually helps you to build ultimately a business opportunity you might not even know about.
Yes.
Great. And you have led many teams. You are leading now also a very large team. What's your secret to making them buzz? How do you create a buzz in the sales organization?
Many ways. One is giving them a clear direction. People need to know where they are heading. And you might not have all the answers. You might not have it in 2 digits, but the direction in terms of where you're heading, where your mind is, and I think that's really important. And they need to be connected to the direction. They need to feel part of it.
Yes.
And I learned it also from you as well, Giorgio. Like you need, if you put a target out there that you will run to, and people will run, right? And you basically repeat the same message every time you connect with them. And this repetition is actually very important because people need to feel that it's their own.
Yes.
And how they can break this into their own perception. What does it mean from their perspective? How many customers, what kind of industry, what kind of expansion that they want to pass. This two is being honest, transparent in how you lead the teams as well. And that the teams feel that you are part of, so I'm not a leader, I sit there and wait for my financial results to come every month.
Yes.
I am actually with the team, And I make jokes now in the team to say, I work for you, for my GMs and for my team leads, because I actually see the customers, prospects, they want me to see, because then that's the part I feel I'm making a difference. Yeah.
Excellent.
And the third is the personal growth. So people need to feel that you're committed to their growth. Yeah, but it needs to be all focused.
Great. And you have many people that you have influenced. I guess your sales career and your own ways where you are today. I'm glad that I also been one of those. But is there someone that you will say, look, this person, maybe even an early stage of your career, actually shape who you are?
A few people actually. I think I was very fortunate to have worked for a few great leaders in my career. So some of them have been showing me the path from a personal growth perspective, and some of them were giving me really good insights as well. So one of the bosses I had early in my career was actually Ben van Beurden, who was our previous CEO of the company. And he used to say basically for the chemicals business, chemicals is a very cyclical business. You're either at the bottom of the cycle or at the top of the cycle. And in each part of the cycle, you have to continue to innovate, to grow the business, as well as to basically make sure that you are on your cost, you manage your cost very well. And if you do this at the bottom of the cycle, you only start working on your cost and you're too late. Yes. And you also don't grow. But if at the top of the cycle, you don't have any growth opportunities, then the opportunity is also gone. So actually, it's not only for chemicals, it's for most of the B2B businesses. This principle is very valid. And I've actually followed this in all the businesses I've led. And it's very important to have a strong pipeline, but to also be realistic about your cost management, your actually efficiency that you create in your teams as well. And if you do these well, I think the business will thrive. Yeah.
Nice. Magic will happen.
Yes.
And it's of course that's also part of the role of coaching and having coaches helping you. What do you see in how important it is, the role of sales coaching in modern sales teams?
Very important. I think it depends, because we have different style of sales leaders, right? Sales managers. So some of them are very much like they know what they have to do. You don't need to tell them what to do. Let me put it that way. They have all the experience. But with a small touch, you can actually explore and you can help them coach the other inexperienced people. I think that's a nice one. The other space is with the new technology, new sectors coming in. The industry is also, the world is not staying constant. So how do you coach the team to think beyond? And I think that's the space that's not always done, right? So how do you open up people's minds, even if they have really a lot of experience? Because this opening up mind that will also help them to go and get more business.
Yeah. No, I was before we were talking about Shell entering into coolants, right?
Yes, we've made Bloomberg today.
Would we ever thought about it 10 years ago, right? And and now is a phenomenal business opportunity. So you will see a coach also helping people to open their minds on new opportunities they might not know about or think about.
Yes, actually, it's really interesting, because, and that's the whole beauty about the CVP that you bring to the customer as well. And the salespeople need to know the customer needs, not only for now, but also for future as well. So who would have thought, for example, in Shell from lubricants, actually, we are developing products that can reduce electricity costs, right? And you don't need to build all the air fans, mega air fans, which actually pollute the climate. But you just have the fluid inside all the cables that cools and keep the temperature the same, so that actually you don't need to have coolers. So similarly, in a cosmetic space, we're now producing a cosmetics line. We're putting it into market. And we had the first cosmetics forum, and people were saying, what's Shell doing here? But again, this shows the innovation space, right? So you have to continue to innovate.
I love that you're also selling your products in a call. So how cool is that? Brava.
Good, right?
Never miss an opportunity. And now, Aysun, with the artificial intelligence emerging, what role do you see? What's your view on that?
I think that's a space
Will
which
it
is
help? Will it take away jobs? How do you see it?
I look at it from a positive perspective and as an opportunity. So I think then it will help increase efficiency, right? And that's it's simple things on the administrative stuff that we're using this already now. Yeah, we don't need to write minutes of the meeting. We just press the button and it comes and you scan it, you send it, right? So that's just one very simple thing. But then if you look at it from what else, there are so many things that we don't know. And I refer to Socrates in this case, Socrates was the one who always claimed that he doesn't know anything, although he knew a lot of stuff. And he died also saying, I don't know enough of this world. And in that sort of perspective, AI brings us this opportunity to explore only more, right? And help us get efficient, but also equip us, equip the sales teams in terms of what else is out there that they can get, what kind of data is available, how quickly we can get it available, and how do we use it to make the right calls, to make the right decisions.
Great. Okay, so there's plenty of opportunities still
Yes.
from AI coming up. If you would have to pick up one sentence to say to your 25-year-old Aysun about sales, what would you tell her?
Two sentences: challenge is an opportunity.
Mm.
Yeah, so see every challenge is an opportunity and never give up.
Great. And indeed, I can tell, I know you very well. These are two sentences that, embed pretty much, your spirit and your passion. Thank you, Aysun. This was a great conversation.
Thank you, Giorgio. I enjoyed it.
And I'll look forward to staying in touch with you. And I love the fact that you like sales coaching, and hopefully we will make some honey together.
Very nice, very nice. And I wish you all the best in your new adventure. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye.